Whoever's going to win this year's Ballon d'Or is going to get called out for being the shittiest player ever to win it.
I don't think anybody really vouched for PSG that much.
Definitely not anyone from Real Madrid. Come on.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are here for a very interesting football discussion with football fans here. We have Vivek over there. We have Chinmay, who clearly supports the best team in the world. And we also have Bhavneet, who is a hardcore Liverpool fan. Clearly the second best red team in the Premier League. My first question to you guys would be, give me your views about the 2024 and 2025 season. It was a special one indeed, isn't it?
Let's start with the winners.
Very, very special. Extremely special. I just feel bad for Klopp. Imagine working that hard, getting 97 points and then just see Arne win it randomly out of nowhere in his first season. But great season, I'll take it.
I mean, it's a season, a lot of clubs, a lot of players, they broke their no trophy drought, right? Even for Harry Kane, what do you think about that?
Crazy, bro. Finally, that guy has something to show. I feel all these years it was like him and Son putting all the hard work and getting no credit, I feel. I think for the large part of their life, they've only gotten trolled because you never won anything. I think he needed that one, which is good for him. Not a big fan, but still good for him. It's like now Mbappe badly wants the Champions League with Real Madrid, right?
And Spurs won the trophy as well.
Surprisingly, he wanted the same thing with PSG. So if you play for a club, and for that long, I think you want to win one with the club. Crystal Palace winning is insane, right? So I think fairly nice because next year again the big ones will win again, I feel.
I don't think anybody really vouched for PSG that much. No,
Oh,
a lot of my
bro.
friends, they were like, PSG will come here and they'll flop like every time.
Anyone who didn't play PSG said that, bro. We faced them home, we faced them away. That midfield was mental. That's what I told him also when we were discussing bets. PSG's midfield was like, you cannot cross them, and then when you do, their fucking keeper. Oh, can we cuss on this thing?
Yeah.
I was, by the way, I am a hardcore Inter Milan supporter because I love that club since Jose Mourinho. Right?
Same.
When they won the treble, since then I don't like AC Milan that much. Although I have AC Milan jersey, but Inter Milan is my team. But truly at the end of Champions League, my support was for Inter Milan, but my placement of something else was in PSG because it was very clear that they will win it.
I was gonna say that Dembele was on fire this season.
Yeah,
Like people
man.
had
Because
honestly
they were
written him
fearless,
off.
bro. They were like, what else can they term us? Nothing.
I feel
Get it? They got termed everything that they could get termed.
Yeah.
So the only one, there was no fear. Everything that they won was new for them. So I think that fear, Inter had that fear because they had come Champions League last 2 years. They lost. I think uske pehle bhi, that they've lost 3 times now in the last
recent
5-6 years, right?
They lost a few
maybe
times.
I think
this
twice.
is the second
Twice,
time. Yeah,
twice.
second time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they had that. PSG didn't have that. PSG did not. I feel they did not care because every name that was supposed to be kept was
that's
already
actually
there.
a good point.
But I was personally, honestly thinking that Inter may win just because of the mentality that they've lost one final before. So they'll bounce back harder because that is the kind of
That's
template
not
that
how-
these teams also.
That's not how it works, I know.
That's the kind of template that has been there. Like Man City lost, then they won,
Yeah.
and it was like going that way.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe Inter will win, and they have a footballing history.
But I also feel Dembele is one of the players who should be given a little more credit. He's actually I don't think he still is perceived to be a superstar. I mean, a superstar as in like Mbappe's level.
Yeah, anyone who plays in Paris, I mean, that French league, you will not call them a superstar till they either come to EPL and perform.
He became a very big news when he was in Barca. He could not do anything. Then he went to PSG and won. The problem is, if he would have done that in Barca, he would have been the star or whatever. The thing is, when you go in a French league and win, nobody cares because you could not do that in La Liga. If it was reverse, if he had done all of this in PSG and then come to Barca, he would have been a very big player. Like, for example, the living example of that is Mbappe.
Brings
He
me
did
the-
everything in PSG. Now he's come in Real, he's not performing. He's still the best, whatever, the top 3 player in the world.
Who do you think should win the Ballon d'Or?
Salah.
I mean, I get your point. You guys?
Broke 5 records, has
I
the
think it will be
2
someone
highest
from,
PL
someone from
records.
PSG definitely.
PSG who?
Who?
I think I don't know. Like it
Dewey.
will be. But
Ezri.
I love that player so much.
See, I'll tell you the race for Ballon d'Or. Salah they should consider because they've been ignoring that guy for a very
For a
long time
long
now.
Yeah.
It's becoming
And,
Lewandowski.
yeah. Dembele will definitely be in the race.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe this, what was that league that happened? Portugal won.
Uh,
Nations.
Nations League.
If
na?
there they would have won, I think he would have. It was a for sure that he would have gotten it. But because that happened, that the metrics are still playable now.
I think the French bias may give Dembele the Ballon d'Or. Could be true. Support
Definitely
Liverpool, but
not anyone from Real Madrid. Come on.
Whoever's going to win this year's Ballon d'Or is going to get called out for being the shittiest player ever to win it. Because there is no global agreement on who should win.
What's your one sentence that you'd like to say about the after the season ended? What do you think about it?
We are the champ. I got nothing, man. It's
I mean, you're just happy, isn't
very,
it?
very happy.
As
Man.
I said, systems football will end.
Okay.
Yeah, they saw it coming. They saw it coming this season. All the teams.
I think for me this was by far in the last 5-6 years this was the best year ever because I got to see so many new surprises. And as a football fan, it's nice to see teams that have never won win it because then it's your usual routine. It's the same Real and this and that. So I think it was fun.
also
As a
the-
football fan, very nice.
Also, the Giants falling actually. United, Tottenham are like 60.
We're still calling United Giants.
I mean,
Look at the club value.
I mean,
they're
yeah,
still
yeah,
monetarily, at least speaking, they're one of the Giants.
I love when United fans come. Not to monetarily, we are the greatest.
everything else but football
Yeah,
is
yeah.
I mean,
Right now, yes,
not
yes.
even the stadium at this point. What monetary is? Personally, what are 3 things that define football for you? It can be from any era, but what makes football football for you? 3 things.
I think last minute legendary goals will forever be what football makes for me, right? What means to me, right? Because I think Istanbul, that Gerrard scoring that goal, turning AC Milan crowd, shunning them off and then winning it. I think those are the moments that make football for me. Second is watching World Cup still is very legendary for me because happens once in 4 years, gives you so much of dopamine across matches. And I think third is when surprises happen in football. When the least expected team makes the best output. For example, Leicester in 16, a guy who used to drink 2 Red Bulls and play a football, like it just breaks the code of what a player or football means. And I think that's what makes football for me.
I think rather I don't know if it's talked about much, but a global perspective definitely. I'm a guy sitting in India, but I'm supporting a foreign nation in a World Cup that I've never been to. A club in Manchester or Madrid, I've never been there, but I relate to people globally. That is one thing that it gives me a global perspective on things. Definitely, second is passion because I will never forget the 2014 World Cup when I saw it. It still gives me goosebumps to see the edits also of that World Cup. Like the James Rodriguez volley is crazy. It gives you like goosebumps. And the third one is definitely life, bro. Like, I mean, football has those stories. Like there are ups and downs. There's everything, and it resonates life a lot in general if you watch any season. So yeah, for me I think that's it. Yeah.
Off topic, do you think Suarez is overrated?
No, not at all.
I mean, you wouldn't say
Not at
that.
all. Not at all. I follow United Madrid.
Only if
he
he
has
could
played for
control his-
both the opponent teams.
If he could control his bite,
Yeah,
I think-
it would have been.
Yeah,
it would have helped a little bit.
But Suarez is a very clinical finisher.
The greatest I've seen in a Liverpool shirt.
Really better than Gerrard.
Finisher.
Finisher,
There's
Gerrard.
no better
Finisher,
finisher.
Player,
Shot
okay,
team.
fair.
Gerrard was never a
Although
finisher.
you had Fowler, right?
Yeah, we had Fowler. I was a little late for Fowler. I missed the bus. I've seen highlights. I saw Torres. I thought no one would overtake Torres.
Yeah,
but then
even I thought no.
what Suarez used to do on a daily basis, it
And
has
then-
to be Torres, Suarez, Nunes. Like that is.
And then what he did in this MSN thing. He went there, Messi, Neymar and Suarez, they destroyed, bro.
I think there was one hat trick by Suarez in Liverpool.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one, but all 3 were insane goals.
Yeah, it
Two
was
were-
against Norwich City. That he was a tormentor of Norwich City.
Okay.
Every time Norwich came, he scored. I think he has a record for scoring the most hat tricks against a single team in PL.
Okay,
That
okay.
is Norwich. वो दिखता था कहीं से भी. He just halfway line there was
Yeah,
a goal.
exactly. The volleys from
Yeah,
like
yeah.
near the halfway line, it's inside the goalkeeper is moving.
Back then, again, against systems was the norm back then. So
Yeah.
back then, halfway volleys were common because players had the balls to take it and not be shouted at by their managers. Look at the goal of the month compilations of 2008-9 season.
Yeah.
Tottenham players who I've never heard of are like hitting bangers, like
Yeah,
legit
bangers.
bangers.
Your personal favorite who is underrated, who you think is underrated. I have mine. I'll go with Hatim Ben Arfa. There's a player called Hatim Ben Arfa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to play in Newcastle.
Are you talking about this generation? Any generation?
Just your. For me, it's Hatem Ben Arfa. That guy played like Messi. He was hailed to be the new Messi. I've seen clips of him on YouTube. He is dribbling almost as par with Messi. But again, I don't know what went wrong. It was the worst case of Neymar kind of a thing, but it didn't work out. But amazing.
I don't know if this guy was supposed to win trophies or not, but I feel Marcelo doesn't get enough credit for who he was. I just loved watching Marcelo, bro. He never played as a he never had the pressure of being a defender, right? Or for like the reason I say Marcelo is because I like a similar guy, which was Andy Cole, right? I used to love watching both of them, bro. No pressure. Easily they can swing ball out of your foot, take it to whatever length. From being a back, he can run the ball completely inside, potentially sometimes score or give a great assist. So much was there, but he just got credited always to Ronaldo's success. And
I was
that
think
was
that
his
kind
end.
of
So
hampered because of their friendship. People used to be like, oh yeah, Ronaldo's best friend.
that's what.
Or like
It
Ronaldo
was
ko
always,
cross dega.
it was always Ronaldo, he did this for Ronaldo, he did that for Ronaldo, he did so much for football.
Because the hat trick against Juventus that Ronaldo had, the third goal, the offside goal, Marcelo dribbled two players and gave that pass. And that part is not talked about enough. It's about him scoring. And I am a huge Ronaldo fan, but I think...
Same can be said about Daniel and Messi now.
Yeah.
He became a provider. Messi,
true,
Marcelo became a provider. Ronaldo.
I have one more name like that,
Go ahead.
which he plays the most. I love it, and I try to mimic, but I cannot.
Okay.
I like Sergio Busquets.
Oh, I think
Bro,
that's-
what a flawless player! Bro. Say, you
No
might
pressure.
be the best. You might be the best in the world, but he'll still be 1% more than me. Right? He can just pull the ball back and just make you feel like the ball is going that side, and he'll take it.
Yeah, that is- I
it was
think
that easy for him. So
no pressure.
no pressure.
So my last question would be, it's a little serious question. If you had to give 1 point to develop Indian football, what would that be? Because we all have become big fans of foreign football and football that's played in Europe and all that. What can we do for the future generation who would actually want to be footballers or try to reach a very good level? What would be that one thing that you would change or bring about in the Indian football scenario?
I would personally change how it's broadcasted right now, the ISL. The broadcast angles, how the stadium looks, how the game looks is very bad. The commentators are horrible right now, right? And the reason we fell in love with Premier League, like you're a Chelsea fan, you support United, is when TV came in India, when PL came on TV in India, it was fantastic production. Every shot looked like cinema. Yeah. You had banger commentators creating the hype around the sport. You imagine, like, why do you think IPL gets the best commentators from the world to create that atmosphere? Right now, when I look at ISL in 15 minutes, I'm like, I can't watch this. And if I am, as an ardent football fan, I want to support Hyderabad FC, man. Genuinely trying, but that fucking match puts me to sleep.
This is a personal perspective. So I come from a small city. I was a hockey player for 3 years, and then because my school didn't support hockey, I had to choose football. Okay, in my school, cricket was number 1, volleyball was number 2, football was number 3. Right? Because I didn't like the other 2 sports, I went to football. We started playing. There is no, so how I think it should be developed is cities, smaller cities, schools, institutions should be encouraged to participate in one trophy or one league that happens throughout it like a season, right? So that multiple schools, colleges can develop talent, because a lot of people want to play football, right? It's just that there is no opportunity in this. Like you mentioned, you wanted to become a footballer, but you're seeing West, and you wanted to become a footballer like that because you didn't have infrastructure. So I think one is the city level infrastructure does not exist. Then state level infrastructure does not exist, right? You're not breeding players from the scratch, right? You're telling me we'll get a player, we'll put them in trial. The guy this president who told something recently, we'll give him a trial period and he'll play for Indian football. I don't think it will make sense.
Anyway, yeah, so thank you for joining us for this roundtable discussion. We've had opinions, we've had a lot of information that we did not know. And hopefully we'll have another very interesting roundtable conference discussion again. Till then, follow Scoopwhoop Sports and share and like the videos we post. Yes. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you.